I'm Kevin, QXC. You've probably
Thanks, Joe.
You're ruining
We've probably heard of you.
Wait, silence, please. Okay. You've probably heard of me. Yeah, I don't know. Just here to train, get better, see what it's all about. Pretty excited.
Well, welcome.
Just bust out the sign, don't even say anything.
Now, are you going to Green Forest?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sick.
You're booting then.
I'm Alex Raymond, from Southern California. Yeah, that's about it.
That's fine.
Where?
Just, Irvine, Newport Beach area.
Oh, okay, you're close.
Yeah.
You're close.
You can go into that Green Forest Cafe, Lamb.
Oh, me too.
Could be training for that.
Oh, that's good.
Alright.
Very good.
That's about it.
I'm also Alex. I go by the tagline Aldair. Well, tag name, I guess. I'm from Georgia, so this 107 degrees is nothing. I find it springtime.
Yeah. That's hardcore, man.
Well, it's only the humidity that kills you. 96.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
But I also play Zerg. Trying to get back into Diamonds. Stuck with Machine here.
It's okay. You two could help each other grow.
Alright, first off, I just want to say, it's not that I'm really short, he's just really tall. Bryce Bates, aka Machine, been playing competitive Brood War since I could remember. Playing StarCraft 2 just since it came out. Looking to hopefully become one of the best players in the world, we'll see. And Zerg coach, here to train all my Zerg friends here against the imbalance.
All five
Against the imbalance.
Did we announce
Zoom in on him real close.
It'll get covered. So that's that. Just to kind of round up the meet and greet, like obviously it's really social. Like we're all. I mean, you guys are already really doing really well. But if for whatever reason there's any kind of dispute, it just has to get handled. If you're worried about handling yourself, come to me, come to Bryce, come to Inca, whatever.
StarCraft reality TV right here.
It's happened, man. I mean,
Yeah, Inca beat me in a 1v1, and I was very upset about it, and I broke his monitor, I didn't mean to.
As fun as this is, and it's going to be amazingly fun, people did pay to come here, they do expect to get, something out of this. So it's very important that someone doesn't feel segregated or teased or like they just did not have a good time. So that's why that's there. I mean, I have all the confidence in the world, it's not going to be an issue. But if it does, just know that. So, that said, safety first, obviously. Nobody doing anything stupid, that kind of stuff. We don't have contracts. This isn't like a business. So this is all, like, I have, this is actually their house. They can tell me to get out by all rights. Well, actually, behind the story, they actually don't have that right. But anyways.
Try it.
We're going to be fine. Like, this is very well, but it just makes sense that there's kind of a leadership person that people can come to and talk about these things. It's not going to be a problem. That said, let's go into kind of the structure for what we're looking at. We're going to start at 10 a.m. and have like a 1 hour time for breakfast, but obviously, no cutoff. You're not going to do a lap if you take 10 minutes over. And then from there, we're going to go 3 hours of coaching. We're going to kind of break it up into 3-hour blocks. And what we're going to do in the first 3 hours is kind of alternate play and brainstorm, and that's just kind of you play, one of the coaches play, you play, one of the coaches play, and they just kind of alternate talking about what you can do to improve, what they do differently, and you just kind of see and then do and see and then do and rinse and repeat. That'll be something we kind of go through with that. And then Brainstar comes from Korea. It was something they did in a show where a better player like sat in the ear of a lesser player, in skill-wise, obviously, and just kind of said, do this, have you thought about this? What do you think about this? And that just gets kind of your thought moving on what kind of stuff you should be looking to do and thinking about, and if you practice that enough, then eventually, obviously, the thoughts become your own. And then Q&A, which is question and answer, and then replay analysis. So just the rest of the time will be filled up with, if you have any questions, like what do I do in this scenario, or I'm struggling against this, it's just going to be open dialogue with the people. Now obviously there's 3 coaches. Brent's going to be handling the media and technical kind of stuff, and so we don't, there's not one coach each person. QXC's, he'll possibly help out. So we're going to be moving around, and in between, just kind of, we'll set you up with things to do, like play a ladder game, play against someone in there, we'll bounce between the two of you, that kind of stuff for that first block of time. And then at 2 p.m. we'll break for 1 hour lunch, and then phase 2 coaching will start. And this is going to be more of the competitive stuff. We're going to have sparring, so student against student or student ladder game. But a more competitive atmosphere where you're playing, against somebody else that's not really looking to help you educationally, they just want to win the game. And that's what we're here to learn anyways. You don't want to play in a safe StarCraft environment. I don't know what that looks like. So, and then there's KOF, which is King of the Hill, and Rep and Q&A, which is just the same kind of thing. You play a game, we load up the replay, we move through it methodically and kind of talk about everything you can do to improve. And then King of the Hill will just be kind of like, there's 8 students here, so we'll break it up in like 2 groups of 4, and that can change each day. And the winner stays and the loser goes. And that's just, again, replicating that competitive atmosphere. But also, I'm of the school of thought, and a lot of people are, that you learn just by watching as much as you do by playing. I mean, if you play 15 games, you can burn out pretty quick. But if you play 5, watch a couple, play 5, watch a couple, then it kind of recycles that. And then dinner at 6 for an hour. And then after that, it's going to be even a higher step of kind of the competitive play. We're going to have a tourney every single night. And we've discussed like having the winner get 2 hours of free coaching for when you go home. So you can hook us up with, or hit us up for some more coaching. But that again then replicates the competitive scenario. So it'll be 8 people, 2 groups of 4 round robin, top 2 advance into a final 4, and then they play. And I think that just it's kind of cool. I mean, there's obviously a difference in skill here. So if you're worried about getting smashed, please don't be. We're all here to improve, and we could never ask for a camp where everyone's exactly the same skill set. So it's going to happen. If you don't want to be a part of that, that's okay. I understand. I'll step in for you.
So you coach yourself?
please don't be.
Right, I will. Yeah.
You also forgot the best assignment of the night for the couch.
Yes. There is a single couch, and then Alex has the smaller couch by virtue he's been here and he made us omelets this morning.
His name
So Adam, I don't know why I'm calling you Alex.
There's 2 others here.
That's why repetition. So yeah, we can have some competitive games for the couch. I'm sleeping on the floor, so I mean that's up for grabs. Whoever wants that, unless someone has like a physical condition.
Can I play for the couch?
Oh, yeah,
You can
that's
play
good.
from my bed too, XC.
There goes the curve.
Hey, but we do get to practice with them
Maybe
that
a
way,
handicap.
competitive games. I mean,
Yeah.
that almost is worth losing the couch, really.
So
I mean,
there'll
I'll
be
give it
that
up just to
tourney,
play QNC.
and then there's going to be coaches play in Q&A, which is where the coaches will play against themselves. And obviously, you don't have to watch that. That's just something that, again, how many opportunities do you guys get to sit down at a LAN atmosphere and watch, Machine Play Inca or Machine Play QFC or something like that? I think there's a lot of learning to be had there as well. Hopefully you guys don't look at me as being arrogant by saying that. I just think it's a good atmosphere to learn, so there'll be some time for that. And then 10 p.m. and onward, that is your time. Do whatever you want. Go to sleep, eat some food, hang out, go where you want, play more games. We're probably just going to play games. I mean, that's what we're here to do. But that'll be like the main focus time too for training you as well. I mean, we're going to try to work that in throughout the day, but that's the best time for that. So does anyone have any questions with that? Any problems? Too much?
I have a off-topic question.
Sure.
Who's the baby here?
Oh, wow. I mean, he's the shortest.
I'm 18. Yeah.
Alex?
I'm 18.
17.
17.
17.
20. So.
When's your birthday?
January 28th.
December 4th.
I don't know, my
92 or
mom's
93? January comes after December.
92 or 93.
You're the baby.
Right.
It's cool.
See, I'm used to being the baby, so I was ready for it.
It's all good, dude.
Yep.
Right on.
And then I guess just some of the ground rules, like you guys all got my email, right?
Yes.
So this will be a no alcohol zone just for the first one. We obviously have underage people, but also why risk it? There's not a...
There's a sheriff across the street
Go learn.
too. He
Yeah,
lives
we saw
there,
that. It
and
was
he's
like
there
all
every
yourself.
single night. So
Yeah. So that's the schedule, and again, we're going to try to stick to it, but obviously if one session's more beneficial than the other, then it'll be subject to change, that kind of thing. Or if someone has like, hey, this really isn't working for me, is there any way I can do something else? Absolutely. Like, we're not going to be like, nope, in 10 minutes, we're switching to this. Like, it's really not like that. This is just to make sure that you guys are getting as much as you can out of this, and from different methods too. I thought that was important, rather than just 3 hours playing, 3 hours playing, 3 hours playing. Who cares? You can do that at home. Is that good? All right. This concludes the, like, I put out the torch now or something like that.
woo!
Well, yeah, okay, one thing before you go. He's going to be interviewing you guys and recording. Obviously, like, not a show of hands who doesn't want to do that because it's kind of defeating the purpose. But if you don't want to be interviewed, if you don't want if you're worried about the camera on you, that kind of stuff, it's all going to one thread on Team Liquid, by the way, in a YouTube channel that we have. So it's not like we're spreading it out everywhere, but it's just so that people have content and kind of see what we're talking about, that kind of thing. Come tell us, and we'll make sure that we do the best we can to not have that on you at all. So hopefully that's okay. What were you going to say, buddy?
I was going to say, instead of putting out the torch, connect the LAN cable. But it's not a rule right now anyways.
That's like, that's too lame. It's too ceremonial. But it's a good idea. Otherwise we can't play. Alright, so yeah, we're just going to play some games. We'll just make sure everyone's connected, so.
I'll give you your stool
Alright guys.
back.
That's not so.